came back from a trip for like 3 days, and I should be asleep. I should be very much asleep, actually, because I have state testing tomorrow, and so I should be resting and getting ready to take the test. But two things: one, I'm not tired, and I have insomnia, so I can't fall asleep anyway. And number two, I kind of forgot how the state testing works, and so I have no clue what to expect, and no clue, like, I have no depth of the situation whatsoever, which I'm going to regret tomorrow. But yeah, so I decided to make an ASMR video because I don't know, I'm also too lazy to get ready for bed. That's actually why I decided to do this, is because, like, I didn't want to get ready for bed, but I also wasn't about to sit on my phone and do nothing with a full face of makeup on, and so it's like, so here I am, and I actually am going to be talking about something today while tapping on, like, some new stuff I got for my 16th birthday this past weekend. And so I'm gonna be talking about getting older, unironically, because that's kind of just been something that's, like, maybe, I guess, been on my mind, maybe not been on my mind, but just, like, that's relevant, at least to me. And so I might as well talk about something that's, like, fresh in my brain, you know what I mean? So I'll be tapping on, like, I don't even have that much stuff. I have, like, a piece of candy. Well, okay, I got these, like, Korean, like hard candies, and I'll probably eat one at some point. And then apart from that, I got, like, 5 other things that I'm gonna tap on just, like, periodically throughout this video. It's not gonna be long, like, I should get to bed at one point, but yeah. So let's just get into it. I mean, okay, for starters, I just want to start by saying, like, how crazy it is, like, personally, to get, like, okay, well, first of all, let me introduce this. I'm getting ahead of myself. This is not something that I got for my 16th birthday. This is my old phone case, or not my old phone case, my actual phone case. I just don't have it on right now because the thing I use to plug in my microphone, like the port that goes to my phone, won't go in if this case is on. Anyway, you don't care. But this is my phone case. It's beat up and it's, like, graying on the sides. I hate when phone cases do that. But it kind of makes a cool sound. Anyway, but basically, it is crazy to me how, like, how big of a milestone 16 is, just for starters. Like, I turned 16 last weekend, but by the time of uploading this, who knows when that would have been, probably still last weekend. And it's crazy to me because I was telling my dad, like, I'm closer now to, like, 20 than I am 10, which is crazy to think about because I remember 10 like it was, like, literally yesterday. And it's crazy how fast time can fly by, and, like, people always bring up the fact of, like, oh, like, enjoy your youth, or, like, you know how boomers, like, at their birthdays will be like, oh, I remember when I was your age, you know, like, enjoy it while you can. You're like, okay, you old fart, like, da da da, like, sure, and then you leave, and then you don't think about it for, like, a month, and then it comes back to you every now and then. Like, maybe that's just me. This is getting, like, oddly specific, but you know what I mean? Like, people always tell you, if they're from the next generation over, they're always telling you to enjoy your youth. And I think we kind of take that for granted because, like, I don't know, it just doesn't seem relevant until it's kind of too late, which I think is the same thing for a lot of things. Like, I think we take a lot of things for granted, which is just, like, this is going off on, like, a different tangent, but we take so many things for granted that we don't even notice we're taking it for granted until it's too late and the opportunity has already passed by. And so when I talk about, like it's clocking now. I mean, it clocked, like, it started clocking when I turned 15, that, like, I stuff that like kind of points in a direction that is a little like mature, or you know, like it kind of just started like clocking that like, oh wow, so this is actually like I'm actually getting older. I don't know, like it sounds stupid because you don't think about getting older. Like you don't think about the concept of being older. You think about like the stuff you're gonna do when you're older, but the concept of growing old is not something that, at least me personally, like I don't think about until it actually happens. And like now that I'm 16, it's weird because it's like this is the milestone that everyone talks about, where it's like you get your car and you, that's kind of it. You're just kind of 16. It's a milestone for some reason, but like you're 16, so that's kind of like when you're older. Like I feel like 14, 15, like you're like older than the like a younger, like say teenager or a tween, but you're not exactly, like you don't have responsibilities still. When you're 16, like that's usually when most people get a job anyway, so that's what kind of maybe what signifies the depth of the age, I guess. I couldn't think of a different word. But I don't know, it's weird because it really does sneak up on you. And I'm talking like I'm like 45 years old with a like family of 4, but like I don't have experience with I don't have experience in the grand scheme of life. Like I don't know why I'm talking like I do, but like just like from a younger perspective, like it goes to show how crazy it is where someone like me who is only 16 years old can make these sorts of observations when I've only been alive for like this much time in comparison to these much people. That's not English. Yeah, I speak English. It's my first language. I'm gonna eat one of these candies. I have, oh wait, no, it's peach cream frappuccino flavor. I was gonna say I have no clue what these are flavored because it's all in Korean. What is it? Oh yeah. I've kind of been rambling like nonsensical whimsy up until this point, so I'm gonna like try and log in. But I can't open it. Oh my god. I dropped it on the floor. I don't know where it went. I found it. Anyway, as I was saying, like, I feel like I've talked to a lot of people about this before, where, like, a lot of people I know are scared of getting older, and scared of the concept of, like, growing old and not, like, I don't know, accomplishing things, or doing things, or, like, worrying about college, or jobs, or school. College is school. Yeah. But like I talked to some people who are just in general like stressed about the future, and I find it so interesting because I barely talk to people who have the mindset of which, like, you can't control, like, one thing you can't control is the fact that you're going to get older no matter what you do. Like, you can't reverse time, at least we can't yet. And so I barely ever once talked to a person who has not been afraid of the future, which maybe it's just the people I'm talking to, because like I know there's people out there who don't stress about the future, but what I'm saying is like it's such a normalized thing now to just be scared about your future, like it's your impending doom, like it's just like a regular thing. And I find that so interesting because, like I said, like you cannot control getting older, right? And maybe that's what makes it so scary for some people, where it's like if you feel out of control of the situation, it kind of sends you in a little bit of a spiral. corny, but it's the only way I could think to put it. Like, there are so many different ways you can go about living your life as you get older, and there's so many opportunities that you can take. But with that, there are so many opportunities that you will start to lose as you get older, you know? Like, there are always going to be things that you could have done, always going to be opportunities that you missed as a kid or as an older person. Like, you're never going to miss or not miss an opportunity. And in a way, it's like, like I was saying, you might as well just milk what you can out of right now, because before you know it, like I was talking about before, we literally just take it for granted, and we grow old so fast, and we were too worried about something that was going to happen anyways to be focused on what we could be doing right now. You know what I mean? And I notice, like, I know it kind of calls for a certain headspace, you know? Like, it's not always easy to come to a spot in your brain where you've kind of just accepted that, like, it is what it is, you know? Like, I still have a hard time with that with a lot of different things. I don't think it's something that comes naturally, or something that, like, it's just easy to adapt to. Like, I don't think anybody is born with that, like, oh, it is what it is, or we'll just see sort of mentality. Like, everybody stresses to an extent, and I think it's okay to worry about your future and your goals to a healthy extent where you're, like, you know, trying to get yourself somewhere, you know? Like, if you have goals and a mindset of, like, here's where I want to go, this is what I want to do, here's how I want to get there, like, da-da-da, that's healthy. Like, it's super healthy to always have goals set, but when you're thinking in advance farther than what you can even control or what you can even grasp, what could possibly happen, like, you have no clue, like, what could happen in the span of a month or a week. Like, why plan, like, ahead for meticulous little things that aren't goals? Like I was saying, like, goals are one thing, but, like, meticulous little things, or even just worrying about the same thing over and over again, why would you do that if it's going to happen? Or, like, if that, like, it's out of your control, is what I'm saying. Like, it's, your future's gonna happen whether you're ready for it or not, and so you might as well just kind of, again, ride the wave. I need to find a different, like, expression to use. I don't know. And it's rich coming from me because I've always kind of had a hard time, like, not stressing about the future, but just stressing in general. Like, I struggle really bad with, like, chronic anxiety, and so, like, it's really rich coming from me to be like, oh, like, just don't stress about it. And I'm not saying don't stress about it either. Like I said, like, there's this also, like I was saying before, there's like, healthy goals you can set, and then just, like, worrying in general, like, is a natural part of growing up. But, like, what I'm trying to get at is that, like, it's such a normalized headspace to be in where you're just like stressing about getting older, and stressing about, like, oh, like I don't want to get old, like, I don't want to be old, like, da 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 da. Like, there's, like, you lose so many opportunities that way. Like, you're living older than you actually are. I heard a noise. I was half expecting to turn around and see, like, oh, it was my brother. I was like, I swear I'm hearing noises. I thought I was paranoid. I mean, I probably am paranoid, but anyway. I got this squishy at a claw machine place the day before my birthday. Do you want to know a funny story about the dumpling? I'm gonna go on a tangent here for a second. So, this dumpling, oh wow, that was really loud. So my dad, he knows the guy who runs this, like, the claw machine place where I got this dumpling, and because of that, we were able to get the machines rigged. Like, by rigged, I mean, like, the staff would come over and move the stuff in the machines so that we could get the stuff. And that's the only reason I have this dumpling, because I suck at claw machines otherwise. But because my dad knew the guy who owned it, like, I guess, like, that was enough to get us rigged machines. And he also gave us, like, a ton of tokens too, and so we got to play a bunch of games. It was fun. But I think this is probably my favorite, if not one of my favorite things that I got, because it's so stupid looking. It looks like it eats sand. I like it. This is actually not the only dumpling, like, piece of dumpling merchandise I got. I got a different dumpling squishy. It just kind of sounds not pleasing when you squish it. To be fair, this one doesn't make a noise, so I was thinking that it kind of sounds better if you tap on it. I don't know. I think that was kind of quiet. Something crazy that I like to think about, this kind of ties into the getting older thing, is that, like, I guess it kind of ties into the opportunity thing. This is just something that's been on my mind more so, is that, like, here's an example. There's a career that I want to pursue that is, like, really hard to get into. Like, it's very, like, a hard path to, like, shoot for. I'm not gonna elaborate because I feel like it's a ramble within itself, and so I'm not even gonna get started. But, like, there's a career that I want to pursue that's, like, really hard to get to. And what's a crazy thought, and this kind of sounds cringy, but, like, something crazy that I've thought about for a bit now, especially as I'm, like, rounding the corner of 16, I'm having to make some kind of, like, decisions about, like, what classes I want to take in college, and, like, what kind of hobbies I want to pick up, like, doing things to get myself towards where I want to go. And as I was thinking about that, like, it was kind of crazy because, like, it's a weird thought that, I mean, technically, like, if somebody were to want something bad enough, and if someone were to try hard enough and be determined enough, like, you can kind of do anything that you set your mind to. And I sound like a ad for, like, Barbie, but it is kind of a weird thought, isn't it? Like, you see that with any like celebrity per se. If you look at, like, actors or singers or, like, anybody like that, like, in interviews, I feel like they'll always be like, oh, like, I just set my mind to it, and, like, you're over there on the other side of the screen, like, yeah, sure. That's what they all say, but that's probably what they did. Like, it's kind of weird to think about, like, because a lot of people, like, I think it's normalized to kind of just be a quitter. Like, minimalism is very romanticized nowadays, where it's just like, you know, like, you deserve this, you deserve this, like, kick back and relax because you deserve it. Like, you don't need to be wasting your time on something that's, like, giving you a hard time. But it's like, how are you going to, like, do anything actually? Like, literally, that's, like, such an awful way to live. And, like, one thing that's always scared me is the thought of, like, living in regret about something that I could have done advice that I always try and give people. Like, it's super mundane and you hear it everywhere, but just like taking, like, and going the extra mile, just not only, like, just for yourself. Like, if you want to talk about, like, doing things for you when you deserve this, you deserve that, like, how about living in the mindset of you deserve to, like, succeed? And you can't, like, truly succeed or feel fulfilled if you're just getting things handed to you. At least it's my opinion. Which maybe I'm stating the obvious, or maybe this is a hot take. I don't know. I don't talk to people about hot takes outside of my close circle, so they might just be agreeing with me, just to agree with me. Do you want to see my next trigger? Wait. This is technically, the next two are technically one. Okay. So, I have not one. Well, technically I have three, but I hate the other one. Not one, but two Pepero, like, boxes. But they're not just any Pepero, they're the, like, Stray Kids. Like, it's like a band, and there's, like, an edition for the members. And, my uncle got me this one for my birthday. And then I went to the same store and bought my favorites box myself. So I have their boxes now, and I kind of feel like I kind of don't want to eat them. But anyway, I should, like, wrap this up. I still have another trigger, and I'll probably just use that for the outro. But yeah, I kind of didn't really have a premise. Like, I feel like I didn't really accomplish anything with this rant, so I might do a part 2. But we are, like, turning the corner to, like, half an hour, and I still have to edit these, so, or this, so, yeah. But I don't know, I just kind of have been thinking about growing older recently, and just how crazy it is that, like, we're all growing old together too. Like, that's such a kind of a weird phenomenon, because, like, we live in a perspective of just, like, me, like, I mean, which, like, like, we're all living in our own lives, but, like, sometimes it's great to look around and think that, like, everybody is living the same life, and we're all just going through the motions, I guess. And especially, like, to think about, like, the generations. It's like, in 20 years time, like, we'll all be looking back on, like, random, like, internet memes from, like, back when we were kids, and we'll be like, oh, like, remember, like, tra-la-la-yo, tra-la-la, that was my childhood. I hope not. I hope that's actually not how that goes. If that's how my Facebook page looks in 20 years time, I'm not gonna have a phone. I'll just live off, like, a payphone. A predicted plug, but, like, if you haven't listened to Stray Kids, you should consider it. That's all I'm gonna say. Actually, it's not. They are, like, a K-pop band, so if you don't like, well, no, I'm not even gonna say that, because they make a lot of different genres, so you will like them. So there. That's all I'm gonna say. The last trigger I have is, okay, it's gonna make me seem like a very basic white girl, which, let me just preface by saying, I may look like one, and this may not help my case at all, but here's just gonna have to hear me out, okay? I have the Sabrina Carpenter, like, perfume, the yellow kind. It's the lemon pie version. This smells so good. Oh my lord. Okay, next time you go to a Ulta or a Sephora or like literally anywhere ever, they should have the Sabrina Carpenter perfume. If they have the yellow one, it's iffy because this one's the most high in demand from what I've seen. But if they have the yellow one, please smell it and see what I'm talking about because it smells so good. This is literally my favorite like perfume scent ever. Like, oh my goodness, it's so good. It also makes school sound. I'm a little bummed because like this sounds so stupid. Wait. Like, it sounded so good, like literally yesterday, because I had nails on, and now I don't, and now I just look like a loser. Not only do I look like a loser, but like the noises that my fingers make are like just also a lose too. Like I literally all I'm doing is losing right now. Like, like I was tapping on this with my nails literally yesterday, and I was like, man, like that would make such a good ASMR trigger. The back's a little better. I think it's supposed to be a chocolate bar. Okay, well yeah, I think it's Captain Obvious. It's a chocolate bar, but then yeah, the back is like smooth, and I think it sounds a little better with my dull, like eraser nails. I don't know. I kind of have given up. I'm tired now. Or I'm more tired than I was before. So I'm gonna probably take advantage of this and leave. But I hope you enjoyed I don't even know what this was. Like, I feel like I didn't even like touch the topic how I wanted to. Like, I didn't really have a premise of what I wanted to do, but all I know is that I probably could have done a lot better. Maybe if I wasn't tapping on things. But I feel like I kind of need to be tapping on things because people need to be stimulated. And I know it's like stimulate for me, like people talking just for like 30 minutes straight is like stimulating for me, but like especially in this day and age, like no one's gonna watch this video, but like if someone were to watch this video, like I feel like the chances of hitting the right crowd of people who will just sit through a 30-minute video without any other noise than just a voice, very slim. So, but maybe next time I'll try it. But I feel like that kind of just be a podcast. I want to run a podcast so bad. Should I run a podcast? I would say let me know down below, but not only does that sound really corny, but also like not corny, but it just sounds like I'm a Roblox YouTuber. But also you can't, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna turn off my comments. It does that a lot. I don't know why. I don't really care because my posts are up. So if you really want to talk, you can go to my posts. But I really don't think anyone's that desperate to comment on my videos. But if you are, let me know, and maybe I'll figure it out on a rainy day. But until then, yeah, that was my rant about getting older. So in summary, just don't worry about what's coming up, because just like feel like it's better to look back on your life and be like, wow, I can't believe I did that, instead of looking back and being like, wow, I can't believe I